Hey there, YouTube boys and girls. What you see behind me here, this pile of tools, this is my new tool haul. Let's get into it. This right here is a tall... We're gonna try that again. This right here is the tool haul of tool hauls. If I was a Norseman, I'd call it Valhalla. All right, this time why don't we go right to left. So the first tool I want to talk about is this guy right here. This is a Hazet, or Hazet, however it's pronounced, I'm not entirely sure. 9712M-1 is the part number. 1/2-inch stubby impact. Now, according to the specs, this thing can do 850 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque. You compare that to the Matco Stubby, which claims to do 700 foot-pounds. Just to get an idea of just how compact this thing is. Look at that. And here's another view. There's the back. Yeah, just a tiny gun and solid too. And this thing feels pretty much like all metal construction. It feels perfectly balanced. Just a really cool tool. You know, I watch different tool channels and guys are getting into the German tools. I've been into them for a little while. And I just felt like I wanted to take it to the next level. I saw a video on this and I was like, I have to have that. I have to check it out. So I haven't put it through its paces yet. I don't know how it's going to compare to the Matco. But we'll give it a shot and we'll probably do a video on it in the near future. Anyway, again, that's the Hazet 9712M1. It's the newest generation. You'll see, if you look it up, or if you do a search, you're going to come across the 9712M. That's the older model. Pay close attention to this pattern right here. You'll see on the newer model, it's shorter and stubbier. So look for the M-1 if you want the newest version of this. There's different ways to get it. I got it from Chad's Toolbox. You can get it from Hand Tools from Germany. I got it deeply discounted. It's usually like $500 or $600. I got it for, I think, around $200. So anyway, look forward to trying it out. Seems like an amazing tool right off the bat. And next up, nothing too exciting. I wanted to get a set of oil filter pliers with the offset. I had like the straight kind and the kind that comes out to the side. And so it's just a Mac Tools offset oil filter wrench. Both of my coworkers have, I think, the same one. I was envious, so I got my own. There's the part number. All right, this guy right here is, well, it's not a set of Armstrong wrenches. What it is a wrench roll off of Caliper Distributing. I have a bunch of individual SAE flare nut wrenches, and I just didn't have a proper way to store them or organize them. I had them in a wrench holder and they're taking up a lot of space, but this is just perfect. I've got exactly 6 flare nut wrenches from all sizes, from 1/4 inch up to 1 1/8, and this wrench roll holds them perfectly. Yeah, I saw these in one of my Snap-on dealer's drawers, and I was shocked when I heard that they were as cheap as they are. I mean, well, by Snap-on standards, I think it was around 65, 68 bucks. I didn't have a pair this size. Pretty nice. Basically your basic channel locks, but I didn't have a 16-inch pair. The biggest I had was 12, so pick these up. All right, moving along. So this right here actually is not a set of Craftsman mini pliers. What it is it's a set of Tekton mini pliers. By the way, these things are freaking awesome. I've had these for a little while. These are not new. They're not part of this tool haul technically. But a couple things I really like about the Tektons are, number one, they all have cross hatching on their teeth. I guess number two, kind of a minor thing, they're not made in China like most of them these days. The third thing is they have this, instead of like that coil spring, that allows the, basically gives the spring back when you squeeze them in. It actually has this type of spring here, and it's similar to the Knipex, if you've seen any of their mini pliers. But this case, I also found on eBay. It wasn't Caliper Distributing, it was another site, but You know, it was a Craftsman's mini pliers case, and it holds the Tekton six-piece mini plier set just perfectly. All right, jumping ahead kind of, but we're going to come back to these a little bit later, and you'll see why. So basically, I just, I guess you could say upgraded, side graded, depending on your opinion. I got the Snap-on 20 through 24 inch, 20 through 24 millimeter wrench set. The others are in the wrench drawer. And I did this for two reasons. One, because I had a hodgepodge of wrenches. Actually, three reasons. So one, because I had a hodgepodge of wrenches, different brands. Two, because one of them was a Williams, and it was a super combo, I think, and it was so fat that it wouldn't sit in like the wrench holder. And it was just driving me nuts. And then the third reason, or actually, sorry, that was the first reason. Second reason was because I like the wrench roll they came in, not for them, but I put my you know, larger size Gearwrench. It's got the zero offset down here, and then it's got the flex head. I put my Gearwrenches in here just as a way to organize them. And it's actually, so it holds, I think, 5 wrenches. And my plan is, at some point I want to get the extra long, like double flex head, zero offset, you know, the mountain style, Matco, Icon, et cetera, all have them. I want to get the larger set because it's 2 wrenches. And then between the 3 Gearwrenches and those 2, it'll complete this roll. All right, Napa Carlisle's been having some pretty cool sales lately, so I grabbed this length scraper. I've got a longer and a shorter one. This one's kind of in the middle. It's a nice intermediate length. And then also this is the quick change scraper. Mueller Cups has a version of this. Matco rebrands it. I'm not sure who does this, but basically it's the same design. And these were dirt cheap. They were in special in the first quarter flyer real deals. Now these fellas, I don't know if, you know, some people caught onto this, but back around Thanksgiving of last year, Napa had this ridiculous sale on like ratchets and a breaker bar. So this breaker bar is usually like $100. It's indexing in the head. It doesn't, you know, it basically has that locking mechanism like some flex head ratchets. So it locks into different positions. Kind of cool. You know, it's got the comfort grip. It's 23 inches long. But basically, this was $20 when they were having that crazy sale. And so I waited this long for it to actually show up. These Carlisle Stubbies are super cool. I got the 1/4 inch in that same deal, again, a few months ago. Like, they were each like 10 bucks a piece. Like, normally they're 3 or 4 times that much. But yeah, locking flex head stubby, quick release, really nice, smooth action. I think it's 72 teeth. But comparing it to the Snap-on, it really is a stubby 3/8. So, and the locking feature, that might come in handy, but, you know, nice little addition to the toolkit. Moving along, nice little Mac pipe cutter set. I didn't have a large one, had a small one, and all he had was the combo on the truck, but it wasn't very expensive, so figured you can always use an extra pipe cutter. Anyway, the part number right there. Pretty nice set. Made in Taiwan. Lifetime warranty like everything with Mac tools. All right, next up, this is your basic Matco digital caliper. I had a Husky one, it works perfectly fine, but I actually wanted to have one to take home because they're just, you know, I love using them. So I just got this, not, as you can see, I didn't even take it on the wrapping yet, but, you know, basically your digital caliper. Like I said, very nice. I like it, dig it. There's the part number. All right, now this is a pretty cool set. I've seen these, you know, Matco has them, Snap-on has them, ridiculously expensive. This isn't as complete a set, but Vin Tools now has these extra deep sockets. The 11 actually I'm warrantying out. It had some issues with it, but yeah, real nice. As far as I can tell, they look identical to the Matcos, and this is way cheaper. Yeah, sizes. Nice foam tray, sizes 8, 10, 11, 12, 14. And there's the part number. And I should mention, I found these on National Tool Warehouse. They're an authorized distributor of like Gray Pneumatic, Vim, et cetera, et cetera. They've got amazing prices and they're super friendly and helpful people, as is Vim Tools if you've ever had to warranty anything. All right, next up from KC Tools. Again, shout out to Lone Star Mopars who turned me on to these guys. And I know before him was German Tool Reviews, I think, is what turned him on to them. But so if you do reviews on KC Tools website of like products you bought, they enter you into a drawing, and if you win, they give you a $50 or store credit that you can actually use, you know, in store. So I won last month, and I used the $50 store credit to buy this. I already had this style, but I wanted this style just because sometimes, you know, it's nice to be able to come in right from the front and strip it that way. And I'd been looking at the tool aids. You know, I think Matco rebrands it, and it looked kind of cool. But when I won the thing from KC, I saw this Knipex pair, and these are made in Germany, by the way. Feels super nice. It has different adjustments. Like you can adjust the tension of the cut. You can adjust, you know, where it stops. There's a little measurement there. Let's see. I think there's the part number, 1262180. So yeah, seems super nice so far. Can't wait to test it out. All right, next up, this is one of the things that just amazes me about Mac Tools. They warranty these things. Like they're your little like terminal cleaners. Get that out of there. Oh, yep. So it's got like diamond coated, you know, for cleaning like electrical connections and terminals and stuff. Yeah, so they warranty these. They were not expensive. Might as well get right into that. Also picked up, so for the most part, I use those like Harbor Freight. I think it's like a yellow kit. But I saw these on the Mac truck, and none of them were expensive. They look kind of useful. I think there's 4 of these. I must be missing one. Oh, anyway, I was surprised to learn that there's almost literally nothing that Mac doesn't warranty. They even warranty their plastic trim tools. I could have sworn there was 4 in that set. I'll have to check the drawer. All right, next up. So I've been going through my bits and trying to make like a master security bit set. And I've mostly got it filled in here. I was missing some security bits. By the way, this case is made by Chapman. Chapman is an amazing old school US company. Since 1936, the guy that founded Chapman is like still inspects every Chapman ratchet that goes out. Look them up. Super cool company. I made a video several years ago about this case. Basically, I turned it into my master bit case. And the ones I was missing, instead of, you know, going out and spending money on an entire new set, I just went and got, from Mac Tools, you know, all the little bits that I was missing. Just kind of create a complete set. And, you know, these individual bits are like, I think they're like $3 or $4 a piece. Now, interestingly, they have an RBRT version of this set now. These are just the regulars, and they charge the same price per individual bit for the RBRT and the regular set. So, but I've noticed if you actually buy the RBRT set, you know, with a ratcheting screwdriver and everything in the case, that's like $300, and the non-RBRT one is like $150. So, and yet the bits are the same price. So I don't know if you added up the price of all the bits, if that's a cheaper route than just paying for the RBRT set. But anyway, these are the regulars. I didn't think about the RBRTs till after I submitted the order, so stuck with those, which is fine because, you know, quite honestly, sometimes those RBRT Torx, they look like, I should say the hex look like Torx, and it can be a little confusing making sure you grab the right thing. So for security stuff, I'm not really that worried about it. I'd rather make it simple and easy to find the bit that I'm looking for. All right, so next up, a couple of Snap-on items. I only really bought this because I thought it was cool. Like I had seen other people bought this and they're like, yeah, I use it occasionally. It hasn't changed anyone's religion. But these are the flip sockets. So you've got, you know, 8 and 10, 8 on one side, 10 on the other. I don't have any 12-point 1/4 inch. It's not like it really comes in handy that often, but that, you know, whatever, it kind of justified the purchase. I just thought they were cool. I'm sure I'll find a use for them. Like, you know, occasionally you can just grab this whole tray and throw it on your cart and do something. All right, next up, I grabbed this bit set. I've actually added some stuff to it. These aren't all Snap-on bits, but yeah, I just like fell in love with the case. That's really why I bought this. I'm not gonna lie. It's a cool set though, and I've used a few of the bits already. They're obviously really high quality, all lifetime warranty, good stuff. But yeah, mainly because of the case. All right, next up, a little power probe item. I'd seen this on somebody else's channel, and I I'm sorry, I forget who it was, but basically this steps down, you know, your voltage on your power probes to like 5 volts, so you can work with sensitive electronics that can't handle more than 5 volts. Seemed like a pretty useful little tool. I saw it on the wall of my Mack truck, so just grab that. This is part of that KC tool haul. So I did pay for something while I got the Knipex for free. This set of Weeha insulated screwdrivers was like around 20 bucks. Pretty good deal. I had a number 2, but I didn't have these other sizes. I mean, these don't really come in that handy for work, but for now it's convenient to store them in my toolbox, and when I need them, I need them. I invested in some insulated screwdrivers after destroying a few screwdrivers working on some electronic stuff. So, you know, not expensive, cool set, made in Germany. Now I know I got this idea from Junk from Work's recent video. He got one of these sizes, I think the 7mm. But I saw that Tekton actually has a 6 and a 7mm flex head ratcheting wrenches. And not too long ago, I picked up the Icon set. It goes 8 to 19. So basically, these two guys just complete the set. Pretty nice. You know, everybody knows about Tekton now. They're a pretty cool company, up and coming. All right, and in the interest of set completion, I've got a few months ago, I upgraded, I would say I upgraded my 1/4 inch deeps to SK from Sunex. Now the Sunex were decent, but one thing I didn't like is that the, you know, the chamfer, or you know, basically the turn down on the socket, you know, the narrow part to the wider base, on the Sunex is like up to here. And so occasionally, you know, you find that that causes an issue in terms of obstructions, like when you're trying to get in a tight space. So I like to look for the ones with the lowest turn down. And the SK set had that, but it started at 5mm. And so I grabbed a Matco ADB 4 and 4.5mm, just more or less to complete the set. All right, this was part of the SK Steals and Deals recently. This is a 12-inch pair of, you know, really nice flush riveted channel locks, more or less. So I actually had a pair of channel lock, same size. I took those home, and these will take their place in the drawer. Anyways, one of the Steals and Deals, and it was like, I think it was 20 or 25 bucks, and super, you know, super nice, just like the old Craftsman black handled ones. Good quality. And, you know, I like SK, so I wanted to support them. All right, next up, just grabbed a couple of magnetic pickup tools. Now, I grabbed these because I didn't have any of the kind with like the shield that protects, you know, basically protects the sides from the magnet. I've tried all kinds of stuff, tape, you know, like whatever I can do to cover up the magnet when you're sticking it down in a hole, and nothing really seems to work that well. So figured I'd pick up a couple of these and give them a try next time I, you know, need to grab something. The part numbers on these are right there for you. All right, this next one everybody's pretty familiar with by now. You know, it was the Mack deal on the wrenches, 6 to 32. Just a crazy good deal that they run once a year. I had put in the order back around, I think it was towards the end of last year, the beginning of this year when they ran it. At that time, we got our first Mack dealer, and as soon as I met him, I put in the order with him. I think about seven or 8 other people did too. But these things sold out so quickly that, you know, he wasn't able to take delivery of any of them until now. I was actually kind of surprised that they came this quickly because, you know, these things obviously, I'm sure Mack, you know, had projections on how many of these they would sell, and they blew past them. I mean, and you can't fault them for that. The fact that they showed up only 2 or 3 months later, I think is actually pretty impressive given the current state of the world and our international shipping, if you tried to deal with any of that. But anyway, it's you know, it's the wrench deal that everybody talks about. Anybody who watches tool channels probably knows about this deal. You know, these are awesome wrenches. Ironically, you know, this is kind of the way it always works, right? I trade in some of my old wrenches for, you know, this snap-on set from 20 to 25. And then 2 days later, my Mac dealer shows up and he's finally got the wrenches. I thought I'd be waiting a few more months for these, but just kind of give an idea. There you go. There's a brand new Snap-on, brand new Mac. They're about the same length. You know, Snap-on has the more traditional offset there. Mac has that very unique offset, which can get you into some places like nothing else. And then on the open end, you know, again, you got the Flank Drive Plus, you've got Mac's version of anti-slip, and you've got a different kind of angle. Bit of a different angle there. Yeah, so anyway, pretty awesome wrenches. They feel great, you know. Enough has been said about these, but now my set has shown up. One thing I don't get is like people complain about them not fitting in the bag. I don't know, my dealer delivered them in the bag, and I can close the bag with them in there, so I haven't had that problem. There's the bag. Anyway, that's my tool haul. Hope you enjoyed it. Little bonus footage. You know, we are a shop and have got some shop tools to show off as well. One, and I actually saw this on Garage Journal. That's our shop number. This is the Husky version of the Gearwrench Serpentine belt tool set. And by the way, there's the part number. This is identical. This is actually identical to the Gearwrench set. And I don't know if they're clearancing these or what the story is, but they're $25 a piece. And we'll just give you a visual of that. I think everybody's seen these. Trying not to drop this. There you go. You know, it's pretty much it's pretty ubiquitous Serpentine belt toolkit. If you don't have it, get it. I do have the Gearwrench version, but I figured at $25, why not pick one up and stick it in the shop box for general use. This, I mean, this I bought on my personal account. I consider it a personal tool, but you know, obviously something that'll be useful for the shop. I just wanted to get my own plastic rivet kit. This is made by Huck Industries. I'm not sure if they invented this. I know they've been a name in like fasteners and riveters for a long time. So they seem to have a good reputation. So I went with their brand. But anyway, you know, it comes with the different plastic rivets and your basic plastic rivet tool. I wanted something a little nicer than, you know, what you might find at Harbor Freight. This whole kit was like $50 and you get all those rivets. So, and it's a way to organize them. There's the part number. The rivets themselves are made in the USA. I guess the tool's made in Mexico, or maybe the case. I'm not really sure. And we just picked this up. We didn't have one. This is the, if you watch South Main Auto, I've seen him use this kit. Hold on a second. I need to find a better way to. Yeah, I've seen, you know, some guys on YouTube, but South Main Auto is the ones coming to mind. You know, I've actually done some repairs with this kit. It's, the part number is 800-300. You know, it basically covers all of your nylon fuel lines. You can make repairs. All right, that's better. So yeah, it's a pretty complete kit. It comes with all the tools you need to do the repair. It categorizes everything. You can move these trays around, but I mean, one of the things that I like the most is just how it keeps things organized. You know, which for a shop that's trying to operate efficiently, that's essential. Makes it easy to order replacements. So in the bottom, you've got 2 levels here. In the bottom, you've got your lines. You've got a cutting tool, and you've got some other, you know, your attachments, your rings and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the kit. And there you have it.